Hello and welcome back to the channel. Here's the remnants of the abandoned Grand Trunk Railway just north of the CN tracks in Newcastle. You can see it right in the center, and we are now heading westward. We are now zooming into the location of the Darlington soccer fields and the Clarington baseball diamond. As you can see, right through the center there, that's where a giant berm exists, and it continues to head westward. We're now heading over Maple Grove Road, and this is the location where Mum White had her orphanage back in the day. And now we are right over the top of Holt Road, and you can see the line going right through the center of your frame, just south of Holt Road. Here's the line intersecting the CP rail line, and it's still heading east-west. You can see it again in the center of your frame, just above the 401 and south of the industrial complex, and it's about to head under the 401. Of course, the 401 didn't exist back then, but the line runs underneath of it there and ran parallel to the road into Darlington Park. Just north of it you can see that it lines parallel, and at this point the CNR follows the railway bed of the old GTR. We are now heading over to Holt Road and Highway 2, and just north you can see the old line of the Toronto Eastern Railway. It's a tree line today. Incidentally, the only passenger on this section of the line was a youth who happened to hop on in Bowmanville where the line started. He would have crossed over Bowmanville Creek along the huge long gone trestle, and he ended up in Oshawa. Sadly, this line then went defunct as the company went bankrupt. As we head west to the ramp at the 418, it's quite amazing after all that construction that you can still see the line just north of Highway 2. If you look on the far left, you can see a group of trees by Highway 2, and there's a park there, and just between the park and Highway 2 is a quite obvious berm as well. Now we are zooming in to between the high school and the community center, and those who know the woodlot will know that the evidence of the Toronto Eastern Railway is still in the forest. As we head west, the Toronto Eastern Railway followed exactly parallel south of Nash Road the entire way to Town Line Road. We have aerial photos from the 1920s that prove this. And where Farewell Creek crosses under Nash Road, there used to be a huge bridge just to the south. There's a misconception as well historically that the bridge to the north of Nash is the Toronto Eastern Railway bed, but this is incorrect. That was actually the former alignment of Nash Road. We're now heading to a very interesting location behind 1300 King, the plaza, as this is where the railway actually descended into the Creek Valley and past the Seventh-day Adventists. There's a funny story here in the 1920s of three youths who saw a abandoned rail cart and decided to hop on, and they descended down into the valley and had a joyride, but at the end they jumped off right down the bottom of the valley. They watched the abandoned cart go screaming off westward into Oshawa, never to be seen again. After the line crossed the valley, it went through a dugout, which was filled back in when they built the houses around Regent Street. We're now heading northeast to just above Bowmanville to start our journey along the Canadian Northern Railway. Again, you can see it right in the center of your frame. And we are descending on the left here above Salina Station. This still stands. It is a home today, and I will share a photo of it later. Panning west again over Courtice Road and Trolls. We're going to cross over where the Ukrainian film set used to be. And then on through Pebblestone Golf Course. And the line continues westward into Oshawa.